If you've ever wondered if the UK has common law marriage, you're not alone. In this video, I'm going to review the Law Commission's research briefing to Parliament that was just published in early November 2022. So if you're interested, let's get started. If you don't know who the Law Commission is and what their role is, I'll tell you. But first, if you're new to my channel, my name is Karen Cole from Legal Minded Friends, and I assist litigants in person. If you're not familiar with the Law Commission, it is the statutory independent body created by the Law Commissions Act 1965 to keep the law in England and Wales under review and to recommend reform where it is needed. The aim of the Commission is to ensure that the law is fair, modern, simple, and cost-effective, so they are influential to our legal system. I'm going to read what the Law Commission says about common law marriage. A number of couples choosing to live together, cohabit, in a state of intimate relationship without getting married or entering into a civil partnership, in what some people refer to as common law marriage, has increased around 1.5 million in 1996 to around 3.6 million in 2021. That's an increase of 144%. And if we look at the same time period for married couples, we can see that it kind of almost looks the same, but it's an 11% drop from 90% in 1996 to around 79% in 2021. So they go on to say that cohabitating couples do have legal protection in some areas, such as under the law relating to domestic abuse. Cohabitation gives no general legal status to a couple, unlike marriage and civil partnership, from which many legal rights and responsibilities flow. Many people are unaware of this. In just a second, I'm going to tell you about the myth regarding common law marriage that the Law Commission is concerned about. But first, I want to bring your attention to the Crown Prosecution Service's concern that many people have a common misconception about bringing charges. So I did a video on that using an example of how, in a case in the US where a model, Courtney Cleaney, had been caught on CCTV physically beating her boyfriend a few months before she murdered him in allegedly self-defense. And I point out that had this video been provided to law enforcement in the UK, the police could have arrested her, as the misconception is that police need the victim to press charges, and that's not the way it works in this country. So if you want to check out that, then please see the link below. And now we're going to listen to what the Law Commission believes is a very common myth about having a common law marriage. So they say that a couple living together in a stable, intimate relationship are sometimes referred to as common law spouses, but this is incorrect in law. In England and Wales, although cohabitants do have some legal protections as they mentioned before, cohabitation gives no general legal status to a couple, unlike marriage and civil partnerships. They did some research in 2019. Many people consider wrongly cohabitating couples have a common law marriage. So the first finding from this year's British Social Attitude Survey carried out by the National Centre for Social Research revealed that 46% of us are under the wrong impression that cohabitating couples form a common law marriage. So that's really interesting, and they think that not enough people know about this. So I'm trying to get the message out, and so are they. So this Law Commission report also notes another report that was taken in 2022, the rights of cohabitating partners. The House of Commons Women and Equalities Committee said that the consequences of believing in the common law marriage myth would have profound consequences for cohabitating partners, many of whom do not realize the reality of their situation until it's too late. The committee noted that the lack of comprehensive legal protections for cohabitants on relationship breakdown means women, including those from ethnic minority background and those who have had a religious-only wedding, could suffer relationship-generated disadvantages. And I've had many clients come to me, and they have been devastated to find out that their rights weren't the same as somebody who was married. One recommendation by the Law Commission was in 2008 was that financial settlements for cohabitating couples would be based on a financial contribution. This has not been implemented by Parliament and as of yet, and my view is even if it was, you would still need to protect yourself by making a prenuptial agreement. Under my Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard playlist, I did a video on pre- and post-nuptial agreements if you want to know how the court would view them if they needed to be enforced. Then check that out. I have left a link below. About 5 years ago, there was another recommendation from the Law Commission, and that was to protect those who have children together. However, there are current protections for parents. For example, they can seek a child arrangements order through the court. Parents also receive child benefit, and they get to choose which parent should receive that. There's also a financial obligation under the child maintenance service if they have parental responsibility. But if you're not married or on the birth certificate, then you would have to make an application to the court to enforce that obligation. The other recommendation from the Law Commission was unmarried couples should have rights to inherit after death under the intestacy rules without having to go to court. However, my first thought would be if couples wanted to inherit from each other, they can simply draw up a last will and testament. So what do you think? None of the suggested reforms have been recognized as of yet. This review points out, are we devaluing the social importance of marriage? And my view is, provided cohabitating couples discuss these issues, then they should be able to live together without the stress of divorce. You only have to have one divorce to know how difficult it is and the stigma that goes with it. I never know why forms ask if people are divorced. They never ask how many partners have you lived with. If you are married or cohabitating, and if you want to protect yourself, your children, and your assets, contact legal-minded friends for legal help. Well, I hope you found today's video interesting, and information is power. Why not subscribe and watch more of our videos? If you need legal help, contact legal-minded friends.